everyone, Chad here with Old Line Metal Detecting. I am out here today on a very, very hot day. It's 9:30 in the morning. It's already in the 80s, high humidity. But I'm out here at the hayfields because yesterday in the mail I got a new toy. I picked up the Minelab Manticore from my buddy Viddy at West Shore Hobbies. This is a machine I've been eyeing for a while. It's still on sale through the end of this month. So I wanted to jump on it while I had the opportunity. You know, this machine is known for hitting the deep targets, so of course, why not come out to your field of dreams? The plan is to go over areas where I know I've had a lot of luck in the past to see maybe there are targets here that I missed. So I'm gonna get going. Hopefully I can stand this heat. I got plenty of water. So let's get going. We'll see you guys on the first find. All right, I got my first target, really kind of diggable one. Where'd I lost it there? There it is. All right, let's dig this and see what it is. All right, well, nothing too exciting. A square nail, but that was our first target. I mean, it was kind of a scratchy. I wasn't expecting it to be anything too exciting, but actually, what is this? Yeah, I think it's just a piece of square iron, but all right, let's keep going. Well, I didn't film this signal because I wasn't really sure. Again, I'm learning this machine, but it was a 1920, which, if you know, I typically hunt with the Equinox 800. That's kind of like Indian range. Obviously, the Manticore goes much higher than that, but this was a deep, little squeak 1920. I thought it was going to be nothing, but you can see there, it looks like we have a tiny little tack. Nothing on it, maybe like a furniture tack or leather tack of some sort, but to pick that out pretty deep, almost pinpointer deep down in there. So I'm actually really pleased with that. Nice little find. All right, cool. Let's keep going. Well, there hasn't been very many signals, obviously. This place has been hunted out, but I do have a little signal here. So let's go ahead and dig this and see what we got. All right, let's see what we got here. In my hand. Well, I thought it was in my hand. Nope. Oh, there it is, right there. See? I'm trying to get out of the sun. It's a tiny little button with shank. Heck yeah. There's still signals here. There's still good stuff in here. Nice little flat button. Hard to tell. It's so bright out here whether there's anything on it or if that's just corrosion, but full button, tiny little button with shank. So that was like 27, 28, I think. I'll take that. Cool. A nice little button. All right, let's keep going. So I shifted sites because it was just a little too hot there. But I just had my first diggable signal here at this site. It was coming up like a 66, 67 on the Manticore. It was a nice repeatable signal. Wasn't too good on the 2D, but I decided to dig it in, and it's actually something pretty cool. So I'm gonna show you what it is. So I'm gonna flip you around here. So it was down in here, and I just plopped it out and checked this thing out. It's like some kind of little knife, but made to look like a sword. That is super cool. I don't know if it's like maybe a letter opener, because it doesn't seem too
sharp on that edge, but made it look like a little sword. Huh, that's pretty cool. My first really super cool find, I would say, with the Manticore. All right, let's keep going. Hopefully more stuff at this site. Definitely a lot cooler in the shade, that's for sure. Well, not something that I would normally film, but I had a 66, 67. Seemed pretty tight little signal, and I just plopped out my first coin with the Manticore. And it is a wheat penny. I'll take that. I mean, I'm at a place from 1740, so you'd like to find something a little bit older, but I'll take a wheat penny for my first old coin found. All right, cool. Let's keep going. So I'm coming up along this drive, and there's a cable that runs up kind of right through here, and it runs the full length of this long driveway. So I've never really swung through here before because it was so much interference, but this machine does such a wonderful job at separation that I actually had a signal down here that I could definitely tell it was different from the line, and I got my first coin spill. Now it's all clad, but there was, in that hole right there, a quarter, just a clad quarter, and two stinking Lincolns. One you can tell is pretty corroded, the other one's getting there. But hey, I'll take that. First coin spill with the Manticore. Nice job. All right, let's keep going. All right, well, I didn't film this one digging it because I thought it was going to be a can, but it is, ouch, a little T-buckle. Nice. I'll take that. I mean, this used to be, way back in the day, a horse farm, so not surprised at finding this. All right, well, throw it in the pouch and see if there's some more signals up in this field. All right, well, how's this for a signal? Let's see what this is. Well, it was all of my pinpointer deep, and that just rolled out. I don't know what it is. It could just be a piece of horse tack. But still, that was a banger of a signal. And that's a nice piece of horse tack right there. All right, throw in the bag and keep going. All right, well, I'm really not sure. This was like a 94 to 96. This came out of the bottom of the hole. It's a big piece of slate, and I pulled that out and then I flipped. I don't know if you can see, there's a coin right here. What do we have here? Oh, it's a drape bust. It is a drape bust. This is my first U.S. large cent from this site. This site is super old. Let me get this cleaned up and I will be right back with you guys, but that is a drape bust. It might be a half cent because it feels kind of small, but let me get her cleaned up and I will be right back with you guys. All right, I'm gonna try to shield from the wind and the road noise, but that's what it is. That is a drape bust. Now, unfortunately, the date would be right here, and it's a little too far gone on the bottom right there, but you can see Liberty above her head. And then if I flip it over, I love the back side of this. Look at that. Half cent, and then over here, underneath the wreath here, it says 1/200. So that, these were minted 1800 to 1808, which goes with this site. The site is built in 1805, but the amazing thing about this, I have found here King George III British halfpenny, a King George II British halfpenny, but no early U.S. large cents or anything like that. I think you get copper coins. You kind of, the next ones were like 2 centers, Indians, Shield V nickels, things like that. The earliest U.S. silver I've pulled out of this site has been a trime from 1852. This is my first drape bust from this site. Unbelievable. I've been over here so many times, but this is my first time out at this site with the Manticore, and to pull this coin out of here, this just absolutely makes every penny that I spent on the Manticore worth it, because I absolutely love the drape bust, both large cent and half cent. I think it is a gorgeous design. Lady Liberty, she is so beautiful. You can really see her details coming through more as she dries up. So, all right, cool. I'm gonna throw her in my pouch, or place her in my pouch, I should say. And I'm gonna keep going because I'm hoping there's more of her around here. All right, see you guys in the next one. All right, I've been waiting for the church bells to stop. So I'm on this kind of like, there's the church right here. There's this loop that runs around behind me, and I'm in the center part, up on the hub. I have found right in this area a bunch of like V nickels, buffalo nickels, kind of in this area over the years of coming here. Like, this is the very first permission I ever got. So I have pounded the heck out of this. It is extremely nice. There's also probably 50 million pull tabs that I haven't dug out of here, and 50 million that I have out of this island. I know I'm exaggerating in numbers, but it's just like littered with pull tabs, because any kind of picnics or whatever were on this island, this grassy area. But I had, it was 98, 99, which is kind of high, but on the 2D, it was reading pretty good. I plopped it out, and I don't know if you can see, but I believe that is silver peeking through right there. What do we have? It is a standing Liberty quarter. I know that eagle anywhere. Date, we even got a date? 1920? Oh my goodness. So my first ever standing Liberty quarter came out of, on the other side of this, there's a sidewalk that goes up church, this little grassy area over there. My first one ever came right there. This is my third ever, but second from this site. First I've ever dug with a date. 1920 standing Liberty. Heck yeah. I will take silver any day. Love it. Manticore. I'm officially going to say I'm in love with the Manticore. All right, let's keep going. I thought I'd show this since I found it. I was putting it back together. Exactly where it popped out from. So crazy. Man, I love finding silver. But even crazier is being able to find anything here still. Like I said, pounded the heck out of this site. How I've never heard either one of those 2 coins today before, I'll never know. But I would have to say, it probably, this thing does such an amazing job at separation, and I'm truly believe that is what is helping me today. Being able, because this area is so trashy with all those pull tabs. So, all right, cool. Let's keep going. Maybe I'll throw that in the pouch. Take that with me too. All right, let's keep going. All right, I'm going to try to shield you from the wind. Out here with the Manticore today. I really haven't found much. And I really wasn't filming today. We're just kind of out here having fun. But this, I feel like I have to film. Just had a signal down here, and I think we've got a ring. And that looks awfully, oh God, it's silver. It is silver. Holy crap. Yeah. Let's get this bad boy cleaned up. I'm pretty sure we got ourselves a nice silver ring here. Oh, yeah, it is. Well, that makes my day. I haven't found anything in this field. There's no doubt about it that that's silver. Let me get it cleaned up a little bit more and see if I can't get see if there's any markings or anything on the inside of it. So I'll be right back with you guys. Well, there's no markings on the inside of this, but it is no doubt a silver ring. I mean, it's got good weight to it. Cleaned up really nice. And it's ringing up just like a silver. Still dirty a little bit, but yeah, that is no doubt a silver ring in this field. Super excited for that. It was an okay target, but man, what a great find. All right, let's keep swinging in here. Hopefully there's some more stuff.
Well, hey everyone, that is it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What can I say about the Manticore? I am absolutely in love with this machine. I can see why, Minelab calls it the beast, because I believe that it truly is the beast. Now having been out just a handful of times to 4 sites that we have pounded over the years, and to each time come out with some good stuff. It's unbelievable. And, I think what sticks out the most for me is, going to the church. I've had that permission now for about 10 years. And this is the 4th machine that I've gone there with. And to still be able to find stuff that I have not heard with the previous machines. I think what stands out really is the 2D imaging, obviously, and the separation that it's capable of. To go into areas where I know that there's a lot of nails, there's a lot of pull tabs, and when I heard those signals, they were no doubt good signals, and I could tell based upon the tones as well as what was coming up on the 2D imaging. So it's what led me to dig them. Glad I did, because they're amazing finds. I love the Drape Bust half cent and the Drape Bust large cent. That's one of my favorite coin designs. So happy to have that. In the last clip where I found the silver ring, we were at the Colonial Cellar Hole that day. We were not filming, but I wanted to film that because I knew that ring was really old. I did have 2 other finds that were actually up by the cellar hole, close to areas around that cellar hole that we just pounded. Had 2 other finds, so I'll throw up a picture of those things. But overall, absolutely love this machine. I'm looking forward to getting out with it a lot more. Not only sites that we've been to before, but hopefully some new sites here real soon as well. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already, because that stuff just helps out with our analytics and it helps us to continue to grow. So as always, we appreciate your support, and thanks for watching. See ya.